Hey everyone, welcome to Daily News Wrap by Voice of Crypto. Today is May 24th, 2020, and we are going to talk about the top news, price action, and the top movements in the cryptocurrency market. So let's dive straight into it. Let's look at the global cryptocurrency market cap, which noted a close to 4% decrease over the last 24 hours. This was a result of the top cryptocurrency, Bitcoin, losing price over the 24-hour window. The global crypto market cap at the time of recording stood at 1.26 trillion US dollar. Bitcoin, which is the top cryptocurrency, was down by almost 4% on the 24-hour chart and traded close to the 29,000 US dollar mark. Ethereum, in tandem with Bitcoin's price drop, had dropped by almost 5% on the daily chart and 5.3% on the weekly, and traded below the 2,000 US dollar psychological support that Ethereum usually holds. Ethereum falling below the support level at the 2K mark was sort of a signal for altcoins, and altcoins, as Bitcoin and Ethereum saw a fall in price, also started noting a downward trajectory. BNB was down by close to 2% on the daily and was still up by 5% on the weekly chart, which was a decent it was sort of a decent pattern for BNB's price, and we could see that BNB had held better as compared to a lot of other altcoins in the market over the last few weeks. Moving on, XRP was down by 5% on both the daily and the weekly chart. Cardano was down by over 6% on the daily chart and over 11% on the weekly. Solana was down by a staggering 9% on the daily chart and 11% on the weekly chart. Dogecoin was down by 7% on the weekly, 4% on the daily chart. Polkadot was down by 10% on the weekly chart and 5% on the daily chart. Avalanche had dropped by close to 16% on the weekly chart and almost 10% on the daily chart. Interestingly, Tron's price had held better than the rest of the altcoins, and it was still trading in green on both the daily and the weekly window. It was up by 5% on the daily chart and traded at 0.08 US dollar at the time of recording. Shiba Inu was down by 6% on the daily and weekly charts. Polygon was down by 7% on the daily and close to 10% on the weekly chart. Interestingly, Tron had overtook Shiba Inu and Polygon and made its way in the top 15 assets by market cap and ranked 14, as we can see at the time of recording. Now we shall jump into the top news of the market. Magic Johnson, the legendary basketball player, is the most recent athlete to enter the digital art market with the release of the anthology Magic Johnson, which is an NFT collection on the NBA Top Shot. This new line of NFTs was released this week, and it is a rather talked about NFT in the social media or on crypto Twitter. Moving on, a big news for Coinbase and the crypto market in general, as Coinbase becomes the first crypto company to make to the Fortune 500 list. The Fortune 500 cut is an annual list of America's largest corporations by revenue. Coinbase ranked 437 this time. The revenue threshold for the 2020 Fortune 500 list was up by 6.4 billion US dollar, which was almost a 19% rise from last year's limit. Next up, we had a very strange study in the market which showed that American crypto investors have disproportionately high income. The report also highlights that these investors, some have form of a retirement fund. Additionally, 99% of such investors have traditional bank accounts, while 11,000 respondents who were surveyed, it was found that the financial well-being of Americans is currently at the highest level since the regulator began publishing the report. So this means that a large chunk of Americans in the crypto market or crypto investors in America are from a rich section of the American society. Now, time for the top gainers of today. As we can see, Tron made the cut and it was the top gainer of the day, 24th May, gaining almost 16% on the weekly chart and 5% on the daily chart. Tezos rallied pretty well, gaining almost 5% and having almost the same gains as Tron over the weekly and the daily window. There was a new entry, which was Stax's STX coin, which was up by almost 2%. Loopring was up by 2% on the daily and 12% on the weekly chart. Apart from that, no major altcoins were showing gains on the weekly and the daily window, which meant that the effect of Bitcoin's price fall and Ethereum's price fall in the last 24-hour had clearly affected the altcoin run or recovery, and most of the altcoins were back trading in red on the daily and weekly chart. So this, my friends, was all for today. If you like our content, do follow us on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram and LinkedIn. And if you like the video, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and like the video before you leave. I'll see you tomorrow with new news updates from the crypto market.